What is going on, everybody? We are back for another episode of the ABJ Podcast. I am your host, Anthony Blackwel Jr. Some people don't really know me by my real name. They just see ABJ, and that's become a thing, which I'm fine with. I'm okay with it. But then also some people think I'm being perverted, and it's not. It's my actual name. You're perverted for thinking it. Well, welcome back to the podcast. We do a lot of stuff here. This is going to be our interview aspect of the podcast, but we do movie reviews, anything pop culture, horror movies, beer, a little bit of the devil's lettuce, and some other stuff on the podcast. Pro wrestling, paranormal, supernatural, true crime, you name it. There's a little bit of variety show here happening at the ABJ Podcast. So make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe, 5-star reviews on all audio platform podcasts help us out a lot. So you can check us out on Spotify, Apple, Google, anywhere you find podcasts. We're there under the ABJ Podcast. We try to post once a week. Sometimes you get a little bonus content here and there, but for the most part, every Friday at midnight, something new will drop. Whether it's interviews or reviews or whatever it may be. If you have any topic ideas or you want to be a guest on the podcast, hit me up on my link trees. That everything will be linked below. You can follow me on all social media or grab some merchandise. We have some new stuff available now to buy, so go grab your ABJ merch. Also, if you get anything, send me a photo of you in it so I can put you all over social media. Unless you send something X-rated, then it goes on a different website, and then I make money off it. No. But with all that being said, let's get into our podcast and our interview. Today, my guest is a superstar at PPW Entertainment and a few other places, but PPW is where I work with them. Very, very talented. Always goes out and I would say steals the show a lot of the time. Very, very working their way up the card, getting the fans behind them, even though they kind of play a dirtball, scumbag, scary, psychopath character. But we're going to get to know them outside of that scariness and get you to know the side that I see backstage when we're causing shenanigans and being fun and just a genuine joy to be around. So let's bring in my guests. I'll let them introduce themselves and we'll get this podcast rolling. What's going on, bud?
Hi, I'm Matthew Jaeger, and I'm sad I didn't get invited to the beer portion of the podcast.
Oh, well, we can definitely do that. Where maybe I should ask this on camera. Where exactly are you based out of? Are you in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I'm in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Oh, you're in Harris. Perfect. There's tons of breweries and stuff in Harrisburg, Mechanicsville. So we can definitely do a beer podcast. So we'll meet up one of those breweries and record a beer.
ABC Brewing. I go there sometimes. They have delicious food and good beer.
My buddy, they do a drag show at Zero Day. They do drag show brunches all the time there. They have some pretty good beer. That's a good time. Misfit, we had them on the podcast. Go check them out. But they do stuff at that brewery. So I'm always down to go to Harrisburg and drink some beers. So that'll definitely happen in the future. I didn't know that would be something you're into. I seen you drinking Modelo's and stuff, but
I'm a very light beer kind of guy. You know,
okay.
Like I don't like anything very like IPA, like hoppy.
Gotcha.
Or, like most things that are like dark, but like I'm good, partial to like a pumpkin beer, like a Spanish beer.
Okay, so you're more like lagers and pilsners and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah,
that's
find something
right up that alley. We'll figure something out. But so tell us about yourself, who you are, what you do.
Matthew Jaeger. I play a very scary heel figure, as ABJ was saying, at PPW, and I just show off amazing feats of strength
and athleticism.
That's what I do.
I don't think people realize how athletic you are as well. I think they see the strengths and they see stuff like that. But like, I watched you before a show with Malik, and I think was it Sean Smith, where you guys were almost like playing horse, like in basketball. So basketball, you shoot a shot and you do a layup, and then the other person tries to recreate it or simulate it. And you and Malik, who is insanely, and Rocket, who are insanely like flexible, can do insane flips and backflips and springboards and everything. And you were toe to toe, if not as good as them. And I was very surprised.
Yeah. So the high fly horse concept, right? Like I've seen it be done in the ring, but I played it with Malik, and then Christian came in a little bit later, and we were just showing each other's tricks. And so like growing up, I was not a very good person at any sports, like involving like balls, like baseball, basketball, football. Like I don't have hands like that. But I played sports and activities where it's more suited towards me. And so I was in gymnastics for 8 years. I was martial arts and now a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So I'm pretty athletic, flexible, but it's not really what is shown, in the ring.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of did that like backflip off the top of the ladder, which I think shocked and scared and awed a lot of people during, which I think is one of the best independent ladder matches I've ever seen. It was unreal.
I'm just waiting for them to post on the YouTube so I can be like, everyone go watch this, please. Like,
Yeah, I will definitely be sharing it like crazy too. That's one of those matches where sometimes I'm still a little I'm jealous that I'm not on commentary anymore at PPW, because I watch matches like that and I'm like, I wish I was on the call. But I'm enjoying the backstage thing. It's a different aspect for me. It's a new challenge. I still think I'm trying to find myself, but I think I'm getting better at it. Because I'm still very fresh with all that stuff. But yeah, but matches like that, I'm definitely jealous that I'm not on the call because it was unreal.
have you ever heard Paul Bowe on commentary? I really like him as a commentator because he just has like this just shock sound in his voice. Like when I took Sean for the ride on Moonsault Battery, Paul was like, "Oh my god!"
I loved working with. I think no disrespect to anyone else who sits at the table, but myself, Paul, and Kuiper, E. Julius were that was a great team, because I kind of brought a little bit of the sometimes I'm heel, sometimes I'm not type energy color.
Mm-hmm.
EJ was like the play-by-play with Paul, and then me and Paul just had like this banter of like Paul jokes. When I say Paul jokes, a lot of people, if you know Paul, you know the Paul jokes, and if you don't know Paul, you probably don't get the Paul jokes. But I would throw some of those in there and try to make Paul pop, and it was really fun times. I hope it gets to a point where maybe like every now and then they let me jump off backstage and just do one match. I think it'd be fun, but I'm not pushing my luck. I'm happy with what I'm doing now, but sometimes I miss it.
Paul's just a really fun, genuine dude. Like I'd say,
yeah,
he's just like my friend's dad.
Yeah, I worked a lot of wrestling promotions, but Paul is just a guy who's always done right by me. He's real with me. He's honest with me. He's not going to bullshit you. If he doesn't need you, he'll say he won't need you. If he wants you, he'll say he wants you, which I respect. I don't like when people kind of play I'll tell you one thing, but do another type situation. Paul's always been upfront and honest. He's always been a good guy to me. He's given me a lot of opportunities. So I'll always be loyal to Paul Bowe. But yeah, so the character of Matthew Jaeger, is this a shoot name deal, or where does the character and the inspiration of the character come from?
So Matthew is actually my middle name, right? And when trying to come up with like a name, say, all right, Matthew, yeah, that works. And trying to come up with a last name, thinking of something like can't be a Smith, can't be, like my real last name, because I know like kind of like trying to hide that from the internet, because like privacy, separate the art and like who I am. But then I actually was really big in this game called Rainbow Six Siege.
Gotcha. Oh, Jaeger, yeah.
And so I just swiped Jaeger from one of the characters in the game, and then
what was Jaeger's ability?
He had the anti-grenade like throwables. So you place a thing down, like try to throw a grenade in that room, and zaps it out of the sky.
Yeah, I remember.
And then they reworked him like 3,000 times, so he's no longer good in the game. Like, nobody
really?
plays him. Yeah.
That's a bummer. I thought you were going with like Jaeger bombs. I thought it was like a drink thing. And I was like, this makes no sense with the character Jaeger. But then now
I'm actually not a big fan of Jägermeister.
I think it's gross.
I've had a few Jaeger bombs in my time. It's just like, no, I have licorice flavor.
Yeah, I don't like black licorice.
I remember me and her were at a wedding, right? And at the end of the wedding, like people were setting off fireworks. Nobody was looking. And like we were about to go home, like, quick, I'm going to go raid the liquor table. And so I was just grabbing full bottles of stuff. Like we had like a handle of vodka and this big thing of Jaeger. And we just had that in our room, and this went to the point where it's like, okay, I'm not even drinking this for my pleasure. I just want it to be done and out of my house. Like,
yeah, they're cool bottles and a cool logo. I don't like the black licorice taste. So what made you fall in love with the wrestling industry?
Definitely just from watching it while I was young. I remember John Cena, of course, being my hero as a little boy, and then I really fell out of wrestling as I grew older, like a lot of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I have this little cousin. His name's Eli. When we were kids, I would always watch it with his big brother, and so I'd be over at his house. We'd be over at Aunt's house, and he would say like, "Hey, do you want to come play with me?" I'm like, "No, I'm watching wrestling." And he's like, "If this guy wins, will you play with me?" And so he took the oddball guess because it was like Paul London versus Cena, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take that bet." And like Paul London went over. I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Deal's a deal." And so he would never watch wrestling, right? But so I kept in contact with him over the years, and we would just keep talking, keep playing video games. And one night, it was like a Friday night, I asked him like, "Hey man, do you want to play this game?" He's like, "No, I'm watching SmackDown right now." And I'm like, "You motherfucker!"
Paul
All
London.
this
I
time,
got to interview Paul London. He's awesome.
Paul London's amazing, dude. He's doing great stuff at AIW right now. This wasn't a hate to Paul London. It's like
Yeah, no.
he was mid card back in the day.
This pulling back the curtain. I'm not exactly sure when this is going to air for the people. I think this is going to be a December episode. But as of yesterday, John Cena is a Grand Slam champion in WWE. He won the Intercontinental Champion on a surprise appearance on a match that he wasn't supposed to be doing on his farewell tour against Dominic Mysterio. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a good move.
I'm happy for him. I also like the dig Kofi Kingston said on Twitter. He's like, welcome to the club, kid. Took you long enough.
Yeah, I like. I was saying during my live stream, I said it's really nice for Dom to put over, John Cena on his way out. So what type?
Oh yeah,
of
when I was
go ahead. No, go ahead. You finish.
When I was like he said like I want SmackDown, and I'm like, how dare you, right? And so then it was now the story of him trying to get back into wrestling after like all these years. And I am just no, I'm not doing it. I'm not watching it with you. And then like he really wanted me to watch Double or Nothing 2020 when like it was like the first show back with people in the crowd, and I remember just falling in love with it again and like seeing like the energy, the intensity, what you're bringing. And I'm like, man, I remember the days where like I really like watched this. And so it was still my top 5 favorite matches is Kenny Omega versus Pac versus Orange Cassidy, which people may forget that match, but it is a solid match.
Fun
and
fact.
Me not knowing stories, I'm like, Orange Cassidy, I want you to see this.
Yeah.
I want you to win.
So when I started dating Lily, she was like, "So what are you into?" I said, "Pro wrestling." She goes, "Okay." She's like, I don't know a lot about it. I only know some stuff here and there. She knew like the main names, but she didn't really know a lot. And I said to her, "I'm going to make you watch a match, and I'm going to find out what type of wrestling fan you are." And that's the match I had her watch, because I thought to myself, she's going to either like the athleticism of Kenny Omega in the babyface style, Pac's a great athletic heel to watch, or she's going to be a gimmick lover with Orange Cassidy. She's an Orange Cassidy fan. That's her favorite wrestler now. She got to meet him like 3 times. That's her favorite.
How can you not be a fan of Orange Cassidy?
He's the best.
Like, you sit here like all these fucking kids, but like Orange Cassidy, he's just fun. It's fun to watch.
Very, very fun. So what type of kid were you growing up? You said you weren't really into the sports and stuff. So where did you really fall when it came to like growing up or type of interest and stuff like that?
I was very quiet, very reserved as like a child, and then like had to grow into a personality as time went on. But I think I did all kinds of things. I was, part of like the emo, like not popular kids, and then I was a big bully in high school. I'm sorry everyone had to deal with that, and then I was just really trying to find my way, and I don't think I've found like who I was until like probably last year.
Yeah.
So I think I'm still a kid and growing,
Absolutely. Yeah. Listen, dude, I'll be 40 soon, or not 40, 39 soon. I'm still figuring shit out. You don't figure it out ever. You just figure out that day and you keep moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When adults, like, you grow up and you think, man, our parents have it all figured out. They know it. No, they don't. They're fucking winging it.
The fuck they don't. They have,
and especially in today's climate with bills and economy and money and the way our government is, no one knows the fuck we're holding on and hoping for God. You know what I mean? Like, that's essentially what's happening here. You'll never find it. If that gives you a little solace or maybe depression, I don't know. but just enjoy it.
It gives me solace.
Enjoy it. Like, cause just have fun with it. Make art, enjoy your hobbies. It's good to go have a 9 to 5, pay your bills, but have those things on the side that make you, that give you that, itch or scratch that itch. So you're just not a drone of a human being, When did you start to pursue the industry of pro wrestling, and how did you get started?
So after that Double or Nothing, like I remember, like, oh yeah, as a kid, I really wanted to be a wrestler, and so I looked up wrestling schools in my area, and saw ICWA, which is all the way in Pittsburgh. So I lived in Erie at the time, so on the Pennsylvania map for people at home, right? Here's where we are in Harrisburg. Here's Pittsburgh. Here's Erie, and that's like about 2 hours away there. And so I found that school, and I applied online, and I'm like, hey, I want to try this wrestling training thing out. And I got nothing back. And I'm like, man, it's probably lost cause. I'll apply to other schools. But I remember, like, I used to look at my spam folder a lot because there's the scam emails about like dick enlargement pills, and then like, the African prince. And I like reading those. They're a good laugh. But then I saw a message from Chris LaRusso, the head trainer there, and he's like, hey, I have a spot in on Tuesday. I look at the calendar. Tuesday is tomorrow. So I got to make a decision very quickly. And so I call my boss and tell him, like, hey, man. And then, like, I have to borrow my grandma's car to get down to Pittsburgh to go do this tryout. And then when I got there, there's the kind of shape that you have to be in the ring. I was not that. Like, I was a gym bro from high school, like wannabe bodybuilder. It's like, oh, I don't believe in training legs or doing cardio. So got me in there. The first thing they had me do was do 100 push-ups, 100 squats, and 100 sit-ups. And I am having a miserable time. My heart's just and then he had me take my first bump in a ring. And you're supposed to breathe out when you take a bump. I did not. I just slapped in the ring. Like, and then he had me do like literally like 3 minutes of cardio by like something called grape squishers, where like you hang on to the turnbuckle and then you have to do high knees until he says stop. And so now after that, I'm outside by the dumpster, about a kilo over puking, right? And he was like, yep, as long as you don't puke in the ring, you're good. Like, no heat with anybody. Just don't puke in the ring. And he says, like, this is not a regular path for a young man. Like, this is going to take a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of money from you, and you might not get anything out of it. So, like, I just want you to think about that, and then, like, don't answer me right now. I want you to go home and text me tomorrow if you're in, right? And so I get in my car, and my immediate thought is, I'm in. Like, this is it. Let's do it. And so then I eventually moved down to Pittsburgh. I was training there and had my debut match March 2023.
Awesome. How many people in your starting class are still wrestling and have made it till as far as you are right now?
So there was originally 13 people in our starting class. There was 6 who graduated.
Wow. And
out of the people still doing it, it is me and 2 other guys.
Would I know them?
Felix Kaz and Drew Ryans.
I'm not sure. Now, Pittsburgh, wasn't that, I don't know if it's the same promotion. I'm not very good with Pittsburgh. I know there's Rise, 707, a few other things but like Facades was a Pittsburgh guy, right?
Yeah, Facade trained at IWC, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and then what Lady Frost was her, and that Victor Benjamin were Pittsburgh.
They trained at Rise. Yeah.
The Runway is Pittsburgh. Jason Hendricks was Pittsburgh for a little bit, I believe.
Yeah. Jason Hendricks has no, I probably should have doxed him real quick and be like, hey, he lives here. He
trained. His training was Rise though, even though he wasn't from that area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's doing stuff with like NWA, and last time I talked to him, he was doing stuff at EC3, which is super dope.
Yeah, up in Cleveland, training at the Exo School and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people are going up to Cleveland. That's where Ace is up there. What is it? Revolver's up in Cleveland, right?
I think Revolver's in Dayton mainly.
Yeah. But yeah, awesome. So how were the beginning stages of finding yourself and finding your place in wrestling and even just the character aspect?
So it was all kinds of messy, really. And so, like, being from the small town, right? It's like you don't really get the niceties of, having people test you or like, showing that kind of respect. So I had like a whole lot of growing up to do in the wrestling. And like, I didn't realize that they also wanted you to be in a specific part. Like, I've been a babyface my entire career and up until that heel turn at PPW.
Oh,
And
wow.
so, like, I wanted to be a heel because I thought it'd be better suited for me. They're like, no, you're young and handsome. No one's gonna boo you. But yeah, so I was babyface. I was a big high flying guy, and like the character just never worked because I don't think that I'm just that bright, dapper, happy, cheery like at that point in my life. And so it's like, yeah, you have a good wrestler in the ring, but ask him to cut a promo and he's just lost for his life.
Mm-hmm.
But then recently, like it's really refreshing, like coming in as a heel at PPW because I'd say it's like more in line to who I am, because
Are you
apparently,
doing more heel stuff now everywhere, or is it that just a PPW thing?
yeah, it was heel pretty much everywhere that I'm going now, except Battlefield Pro. I'm a babyface up there, but it feels more genuine, because like
Yeah.
there's a lot of crossover between the fans, PPW and BPW,
Mm-hmm.
and so them getting to see me smile, they're like, "This is the first time you ever smiled in the ring."
Yeah.
It was,
BPW and PPW have that crossover because of distance from where they are, and
mhm.
PPW used to run that building. So a lot of those fans who are BPW fans essentially are in BPW because PPW was the promotion in that building before them. So that's why there's that big crossover.
Mhm.
You know
But
what I
it's
miss? Well, the only thing I miss about that building is I wish I had the role I have now as backstage interviewer at where it is, because the yoga room was air conditioned and I never got to experience that. So while I was sweating and dying or freezing in the arena, BP was backstage nice and toasty or nice and cool, and I was like, now I wish I had that.
oh yeah.
Yeah. So what are some setbacks or adversities you had to overcome, whether it's professional wrestling or just life in general?
Definitely my mental health has been, adverse because it basically all stems from like losing my mom at a very young age
Mm,
and then like just never coping with that.
yeah.
So I always went down like a very dark direction of like thought and yeah, like I never had like any confidence in myself because I would always like I never had to deal with anybody trying to bully me because I was one of the biggest kids in school. Like, what are you gonna do? Knock your goddamn block off. But
Yeah. How old
yeah,
were you when she passed away?
I was 11 when she
Oof.
passed.
Wow.
So yeah, then it just went like years of just like untreated, like no therapy, no not even like talking about it with anyone
Just
because
grit your teeth and keep moving forward.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it all catches back up to me and now it's just the like I'm still depressed like now, because like around this time of year it just feels like it sucks.
Yeah.
And I used to like have the impression of thought where it's like, oh, like what do I have to complain about? It's like I have a lot to complain about. Like life is pretty fucked up, but I try my best, you
Mm-hmm.
know. In a way I see it, it's like you if all you can give is your best, then like can't be mad about
You have,
that at the end of the
yeah, you
day.
have nothing to hang your head on if you tried. Are you still close with your family, or was that like a situation where when you lost her, it kind of broke up a lot of things?
I feel like definitely made it distant with family It's like I have people who I'm close to, like my grandma, my step grandma, and like my cousin, stuff like that. But like I've never felt the solace in family because everyone is very like of an old school mindset.
Mm-hmm.
They don't they don't get that, depression when you try to explain it to them. It's like, a major like be a man kind of
That male
thought.
toxicity, yeah, male,
Yeah.
it kicks in, definitely kicks in. A lot of people don't realize it. I'm like I said, I'm 39, bro. I'm still working through it. Like I watch a movie and I'm like, should I be crying? I should be crying right now, right? And I'm just like, I wish I could cry. I struggle with it.
I don't know. I cried like a bit. Like we watched Train to Busan 2 last night, Peninsula.
Yeah, I
And
haven't seen it. Is it good?
at the end, we're both crying. Like it's
Coco almost made me cry. I watched Coco not too long ago. That almost got me.
Coco.
Yeah,
I
Coco.
remember crying to Coco.
Yeah,
But like part of, my journey in mental health was giving me a lot of like hope is me posting about it and hearing people say like how much it affects them and how much, like I just want people to not feel like they're alone.
You know what, man? I respect the fuck out of that, because when I was going through my divorce and trying to figure myself out, and I had to step away from wrestling for a while, man, I posted online and I posted all out there, and I had a handful of people who were like, man, I appreciate you posting this and being open and honest, and then I had more negative than positive because I didn't know that negative was happening. I had so many people who were reading my posts and talking about me and saying negative within the wrestling space, who were like, oh, you're this and that, and you're posting, you're a crybaby, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I'm struggling. Like, I wish somebody would have reached out and been like, Anna, you good? Or just like, hey, are you like, have a conversation? And I had a lot of people who have, and I'm really appreciative of those people. But like, yeah, I think when more people see that, they should be more like, hey, man, let's talk about it. You all right? Want to talk about, you know what I mean? Like, same, like I told you the other day at PPW, man, if you're ever struggling, please reach out. Like, I'm telling you right now, as long as I am working in the same places you're working, you're not allowed to leave. You're too invested. You have too much going on and you're too talented. I won't let you quit. I will drive to Harrisburg and get you and drive you to the show. Like, you're not allowed to be done.
Oh, I appreciate that. But yeah, there's like, I was like awestruck at like the amount of toxicity there is, like even wrestling. Because I thought, like everybody like respects, what everyone's going through. Because some people just they don't want to project out that they're human, whether it's for like a gimmick perspective, or they still have like that toxic like be a man thing. It's like I remember seeing this post where this guy who. By the way, he's the first person I've ever seen in my life who like posted a fitness transition and looked worse than the second one. But I don't want to name drop. I don't want to cause that drama. But he said like, yeah, I put in the work and like I don't post my feelings for validation. And it's like, okay, then you're subhuman. You just don't feel emotions. Like,
yeah. Oh, you're so much cooler than all of us. Good for you, brother.
Oh, bro, you keep them in instead of talking about them. Like an adult. What are you, a child?
What happens a lot in the wrestling industry too is somebody will post like, "Man, I'm going through it," and the first thing that someone thinks about is, "Well, he won't be on the card this week, and I could take his spot." And it's like, fuck you.
It's like when Sean got hurt. It's like the first thing I did was reach out to him.
Yeah,
like. Because
I tried. I knew he wasn't going to answer at that point in time, but I definitely sent him a thing of what's going on. And then the second thought was, well, let's get it. We have to get a match together. We have to go tell the promoter he's not showing up because we're waiting for him.
Yeah. And it's like I was put in the main event. Like I'm thankful for that, but it's like I just want to hear that Sean is okay. Like I'm not a person who's hunting for a spot. It's like I could politic more to get more out of this, but that's not who I am. Like I am a person first.
Sean is doing better. He's going to be a little bit of a road to recovery, but our thoughts are with you, brother.
God bless you.
Now, wasn't there in this story you don't want to talk about or anything like that? I don't know the whole context, but somebody was telling me about it when you first got into PPW, is when you were doing the paint gimmick. That there was something about like a real life thing that happened to you that you used within the your character?
Oh yeah, I died.
Yes, like that's what like yeah. You want to talk about that, or is that something that's too personal?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll talk. But when when I was young, right, we had this little swimming spot called the Gorge, which is by this 6 Mile Creek in Erie, and they have this little jumping cliff where like you can jump off into a pool of water, you know, and like I should probably like tell a story like, oh yeah, it was 40 feet, 50. It was like 10 feet, you know, it
It was
wasn't impressive.
650 feet in the air.
Man, I was 1,900 feet in the air, looking at the face of death and spitting in it, you know.
Yeah, just like I'm gonna fuck this up.
When I went on a day where like the water was really cold, and when I ran to jump in, I just went into shock in the water, drowned.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Like you
full
went
on
so
like
deep, and then like, did you even resurface, or you just sunk?
no, so like the pit of water is only like probably like 5 6 feet, like it's like a commercial swimming pool, you know,
Got
what
you.
you jump in. But the water was cold, and like me being warm, like you always got to look out for that. They go into shock for like cold water, but for me it was like so immediate that like nobody really knew what to do because like oh he's not coming up. When I did come up, I was like, you know, corpsing in the water. And it's like, okay, yeah, this is a problem.
And then I mean, they're obviously probably nervous about jumping in because that's. I think I just watched a documentary of about a water park in New Jersey. Like it was called
Oh,
Action Park,
Park.
where
Yeah.
they had a slide like that where people would jump in and it was a natural spring, and people would go into shock and drown quite frequently at this spot in the park.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
so it happened to me. And I was thankfully resuscitated. So now I'm here.
How long were you out?
11 minutes.
11 minutes. Do you have any memory or recollection of it at all?
No. I remember, I did remember for a portion of time hitting the water. I don't remember it now because, you know, with age, I start losing memories. It gets a little foggy up here. I remember just waking up in the hospital being like, oh, this is different, you know?
Interesting. I watched this whole thing on Netflix too, where people had like near-death experiences or death experiences, and then like had this whole thing where they seen they were outside their own body, and like you didn't have anything cool like that. You just woke up in the hospital.
Oh, I saw nothing.
Ah, that sucks.
It's a little lame, you know. Like as a holy man, like I
let's
have the Bible
let's just retell a
tattooed
story
on
and
me
then
here,
make something up.
but
You know,
but you know, I didn't see nothing. Like I didn't see Jesus hitting the worm, right? Like
he was
that would
doing
have
the
been cool.
Rikishi dance.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you get to the gates open, and then Jesus stands there with his apostles, and they throw the glasses on, and they go, all your family joins in. That's
how I
great.
like to admit. It's like you remember the movie This Is the End?
Yeah,
With, Seth Rogen in the beginning?
Backstreet Boys starts playing everybody. Yeah.
They're welcome to Hellfuckers. Is that weed? Yeah, snappy fingers.
I love that. Great. I actually just watched that the other night. Great fucking movie. So what are some key moments or accomplishments that you've had accomplished in your life or in your career at this point?
Well, I'm on the avenue to graduate college, so I feel like that would be a great accomplishment.
What are you majoring in?
Plumbing. I'm gonna be a plumber.
I did that. Fucking sucks.
Currently, I'm a postman, right? And I'm making all right money, but not fuck you money. I want the fuck you money of a plumber.
Yeah, but fuck you money and plumbing means you're like going in septic tanks.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Fuck that. I quit immediately. I got out of there. I went to school for plumbing, and I did it for like a year or 2 years, and I was like, I'm out. But like plumbing in my area pays nothing. Like
Really?
Technicians were getting paid like $11 an hour. And I was like, fuck this. I'm not cleaning shit up for $11 an hour.
I definitely think I could. 100%.
Oh, I don't have the stomach for it, brother. Like if I had to do new construction, no problem. But when you walk into a college and your job is to retrofit the bathroom, and you're pulling, I'm going to throw up even talking about it, and you're pulling fucking 35-year-old urinals out of a college bathroom, bro, you can clean them all you want. They have been pissed in for there's piss in there from the 1970s still. You know what I mean? Like it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you know, I come home, scrub myself down with some lava soap, and I think it'll be fine. Another accomplishment is this one. I'm quite partial to this one.
Yeah, she's pretty dope. I'm so happy she
Awesome.
debuted. I can't wait to watch her match.
He's glazing me right now.
the scene queen is coming to PPW.
The scene queen, the PPW. All hail the scene queen. You'll have your own episode soon, right?
Yes, absolutely. We already talked. Well, we did a 5 questions at PPW.
Yeah, I didn't get the 5 questions.
I thought I did one with you.
Yeah, no, you never did me the 5 questions.
We were supposed to, but you never came back for it.
Oh.
Well, next show we'll do 5 questions.
Next show I'll do the 5.
She beat you. We did the weed one. We did a Blazing Buds 5 questions.
Yeah, very, very, very big on weed, ain't you? Very big on your marijuanas.
Your marijuana.
Your marijuana.
Our devil's lebus.
Your reefer cigarettes.
Furthermore, Susan, I want to be the least bit surprised to find out all of them smoked marijuana cigarettes. Reefers.
So, accomplishments within wrestling. Have you obtained any titles yet?
I've had one run with I was debuting champion at Erie All Stars for the light heavyweight title. I think I had one defense of that, and then me and my boy Aiden Hall were two-time tag team champions at Erie All Stars, and we had, I think, a combined total of 400 days reigning with those. Wow. And that was some of the best times in wrestling, because we had these really good vets who were looking after us, and we just had fun every time. We also won a title in the location that will remain anonymous because we signed an NDA for their TV deal, but they've just never posted the matches, so we just still have the titles. Like,
oh really?
I think mine's in the corner of the office. Like, we've been like champions for like 600 days now.
Sick. What if you were to become tag team champions with somebody at PPW, who would you want your partner to be?
Precious, 100%.
Precious, you and Precious.
Yeah. So like there's very like there's a couple people at PPW who become like lifelong friends of mine, like Dan Stovko, Precious, like those two, like right off the bat, like they're just like really great dudes. I visit Precious at work like weekly.
Really?
Because he's such a great guy, and
like Precious is like, I would say shoot, but it's not biological, but he's like my little brother. Like, yeah. I've known him since he's like 12 or 13.
He's been coming to shows that often, or you just be hanging out playgrounds a lot?
No, so me and my buddy, he was in a band, and every Thursday I worked a job that was Monday through Thursday, and I would leave the job on Thursday. I'd pack a bag, tell my at the time wife, see you later, I'm gone for the weekend, and I would go and hang out with a band all weekend, and I would help roadie them and get them in the gigs and stuff. But we would get smashed on Thursday night, wake up Friday morning, walk to this deli and get sandwiches and iced teas, and then walk back and watch pro wrestling. And the one day we did it for like a month or a couple weeks, and the owner of the deli was like, "Yo, you guys are here every Friday. Like, what do you do?" So we used to go to the thrift store and find the ugliest clothing we can find, buy it, and then wear it, and then walk to the deli and then wear that clothing the entire weekend, right? Like old suit jackets and shit. And we're like, "Oh, we're gonna go back and watch pro wrestling." And he's like, "Pro wrestling?" We're like, "Yeah." He's like, "I fucking love pro wrestling." And we chatted for 4 hours in this deli about to the point where the wife kicked us out. She said, "Guys, we have shit to do. You got to get the fuck out, because if you don't keep talking wrestling with him, we're not going to get anything done." And he was like, "Hey guys, this weekend, please come to my house. We're going to watch the pay-per-view." So I went. Steve had a gig or something. I didn't go with him to the gig, and I went to this guy's house who owned this deli and watched wrestling. He had his son. His son was Little Precious. So I essentially became friends with Precious's dad, and we would watch wrestling every fucking, like, I'd see him every Friday, we would talk wrestling, then watch every pay-per-view together. So I've been watching, like, and then I got into the business, and then Precious met some other people, and then he ended up working in the same place I worked, and he started training there. And then so we were friends before wrestling, and then on two different paths, we ended up finding each other back in pro wrestling. So like, I've known him pre the business.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, it's like that's my dude right there.
Yeah.
Love them.
But other accomplishments, like when I wrestled at GCW one time. That was like one of my 3 main goal places that I've always wanted to go.
Yeah.
I recently got flown out to Chicago for a show, and like they paid for the flight, hotel, everything. It was really good
Nice.
deal. And so like that made me feel like, oh, I'm a wrestler. Yeah, that's right.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. That's all. Yeah. You know who I think would be a fun tag team with you if he ever loses his partner? You and Brother Bedlam, I think, would be interesting.
No, that'd be just a very violent team.
Yeah, he's another one at PPW. Like you obviously Precious. So there's a lot of people. I've been not a lot of people realize this, but I've been part of like the PPW team for like 7 years or 5-6+ years. Like I've been there since like 3 venue changes ago. Like I've been there for a minute, and like people come in and they're like when I took like a year off for the divorce and I came back, people were like, who's the new guy? And I was like, definitely not the new guy here.
I am not the new guy. You are the new guy. Hate to break it to you, bud.
They'd be like, hey, listen, when the boys are talking, you probably shouldn't talk to the boys about. I'm like, what? No, I'm going to be like, yo, Matt, that idea sucks. Like, because that's the relationship I have with a lot of people in that locker room. And they respect that I'm willing to say that to them and like be part of that creative process. I love it. PPW is such a great place, but I've met so many cool people there. It's a good environment. Every month I look forward to going and seeing everybody. Who are some influences or role models in your career or in your life?
Hangman Adam Page.
Okay.
I really like Hangman. That's my favorite wrestler currently. Definitely Roderick Strong is a huge inspiration to like my style. And so like what I remember like posting on Facebook like, oh, what wrestler do I like remind you of the most? And none of them said Roderick Strong. I'm like, okay, I need to try harder to be this person.
A lot of people said Chris Benoit for you, which I think is good for the character, but also, I mean, he was a great like minus the terrible shit.
Minus, killing your wife and child. He was he's one of the top 5 ever of like just wrestling. It's pure intensity.
Are you a Kyle O'Reilly fan?
Yeah, big.
I love Kyle.
Like all those guys of Undisputed Era, really big. But people like helped me on most of my career. Like my head trainer Zach Nystrom. Like he's the most underrated wrestler I think ever, because every time I've seen him, like it's been just perfect. Like his performance, everything. He is like he's probably like in my top 5 indie wrestlers. And also like Facade. I used to ride with him and Danny Moe a lot. Like those guys.
I was so happy to see him this weekend.
Yeah, I was really happy. I haven't seen him in months since I moved out east.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of not being able to cry, I almost got emotional to the point where I had to like control myself and like get it together when Facade won the title for the first time in Broadheadsville for PPW.
Hell yeah.
I had to be like, fucking get it, because he was supposed to win it, and then COVID happened, and we weren't sure where we're gonna run, and then we found Broadheadsville, and then he finally carried that story over to Broad. So like it was cool because when he returned this month and he ran the ropes and drop kicked the guy off the apron to win the match, that's how he won at PPW's like home base location in the church. And then he wasn't able to cash in and win the title because COVID happened. So then he had to wait almost like an entire 2 years to finally get his title. But like he won it the same way he came back last month, which was really dope.
Hell yeah. Are you gonna cry when I finally win it?
I will. I'll be. I was there when Precious won his first title, and I was not there when Precious won his world title, unfortunately. But I was there when he won his first Spotlight Championship, and I got off commentary and I said, "BP, you're gonna have to hold this down. I'll be right back." And I walked down because Precious's dad and his mom were in the crowd at the sanctuary, and I got off commentary and I went down and I hugged his dad and his mom, and it was very emotional. I don't think I cried, but I was very, very close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that meant a lot to me.
I'll get you to break.
I probably will.
It's gonna be beautiful. Right now I have competed for every title at PPW one time. besides
You're the Grand Slam competitor title. Yeah,
I'm the Grand Slam loser, dog. because I had
you
a
compete for the
TV
tag?
title with no, I haven't competed for the tag.
All singles
But
ones.
singles championships, like my first title I competed for was earlier this year. It was the TV title against Diego Hill, and then recently the main event, Dio Bando, Chris Slade, and then versus Christian Robinson. And it's like, damn, what do I got to do? Like I killed this manager. What more is required of me?
Yeah. I'm sure. I think it's gonna come. I think it'll be coming before you know it.
One day.
I will say this. The people who are in charge there do not like short title runs. They don't like flip flopping titles. They want it to mean something, so they keep it on people for a little bit of time. So, but when you get it, you'll have it.
I just got to keep politicking.
Yeah, just
which
brother.
Yeah, it's not gonna work for me, brother. I'm gonna need to win the championship tonight.
So besides championship,
what do you think
gold,
about the? What do you think about? Have you heard that story about Collision with the two girls?
Yeah, they didn't want to lose, so they went home. I think it's insane. Imagine being fired from WWE, so it's not even a good safety net, and then you go to the next biggest company and be like, "I'm not losing. See you later." You're like,
well,
"Boy, you showed us."
Apparently, it wasn't even not losing. The match supposed to be 3 minutes, where it's like, yeah, it sucks, but that's national TV, and it's like, we want more time, and they're like, no, and they're like, okay, we're not wrestling. Like,
yeah, you showed them. You're 3 minutes on TV to 0. Welcome back to the Indies for $40 and a handshake.
Yeah, it's absurd, man. It's absurd. Like
you have people who would die for 3 minutes on television, and you're gonna say no? Like that's crazy.
Hell, I'd suck a dick for 30 seconds. Like
if it paid enough, right? So besides championship gold, what are some other goals you have set for yourself personally or in this industry?
I want to go to Los Angeles to do the New Japan school over there, the dojo. And so we're looking at a timeline of either later this year, later next year, or like the year after that. But that's definitely like one of my goal places is New Japan, because that's probably my favorite style of wrestling.
Yeah.
And so like that is the ultimate goal, is to get there.
You should go to London. It's a very simple. The British strong style and is just right up the same style as Japanese strong style.
Yeah, I've been looking at places in England. Like a lot of people try to give me like it's like, oh, send your stuff over there. Maybe like you can get a booking in London or like in England. And I'm like,
I went there. I loved it. I
don't have a passport yet.
I get one.
I need to get one.
It's so good. What is your favorite and least favorite type of fan at wrestling shows?
I love fans who are respectful. I don't like fans who are disrespectful.
What would constitute a disrespectful fan at a pro wrestling show?
So the old gay men in my DMs and in my comment section, like posting like thirsty comments and for my friends and family to see on my Facebook, and like I get the occasional like gray ball pick in my email, or like I have a DM Hall of Fame where it's like people like being as forward as like, I want to lick your balls, and I'm like, no. People ask me if I have an OnlyFans, so I'm like, no. This one dude said he'd worship my sweaty feet in socks but wouldn't buy a pair. Like,
what is the craziest comment you had that your friends and family have seen?
Dude, it was like this dude talking about my bulge, like I am not a well-endowed man. It is all balls down there, right?
It's all balls.
It's all ball. But like, no, I just get like these comments. They're just like, look at that package. Like, it's fun fact. The only post on Reddit that's ever been made about me, it's under the subreddit called Wrestlers with a Package, and it's just about like people whose shit looks big in their trunks.
Yeah. Yep.
I've never seen that. I'm like, damn. Like,
bro, there's a whole website dedicated to people who write fan fiction off independent wrestlers.
Yeah, it's like like as long as you guys are like respectful of me, my family, my career, and my wife over here, like it's fine. But when like you cross that boundary, it's like, okay, yeah.
Your Gram's like, there's someone on Facebook talking about your wiener. That's
Dude, you go to my comment section right now. There's like a bunch of dudes who
what
are
platform?
obviously very old because they take their photos like this for their profile picture, and it's just like heart eyes and shit.
What platform you think is the worst?
Facebook, definitely.
Really?
They have no boundaries on there. They will just shoot right into the void of.
I'm gonna pull up your most. All right, so you and Facade, awesome picture, you guys. Great pick. Love this pick. So nothing crazy there.
Nothing crazy there. Go to like a solo picture of me, right?
You drinking the beer?
Yeah.
I'm already noticing a trend of the same handful of people commenting a lot. This is awesome. This is my new game. Is looking at oh, here you go. Looks good in trunks.
Yeah.
I have AI of you, AI videos of you in my camera roll already. Someone's making AI. Isn't your job fake? Wrestling fan fiction. Opens Chat GPT. There's some good ones in here.
Yeah. I think I delete like the most like raunchy ones. So
That's awesome.
like my great grandma still alive who's gonna post like a good job gifts
Yeah.
that she doesn't see. Like yeah, it's like
If anyone's listening to this, I encourage anyone who listens to go to my page and either fat shame me on every post. Like I'll allow it. Like people are gonna come at you because you're gonna be really mean, but I'm giving you permission to do it. I want to start a trend where just people fat shame me or ugly shame me. It's gonna be on Facebook, just so my friends and family are confused by it. I think that would be amazing.
It's like I'm trying to make it like very, very clear that like I love my gay fans, right?
Yeah.
Because they make me the most money consistently because they be looking at my shit.
Look, I'm an ally. I got the flag right behind me. I love me. I love me the cult, the team. You know.
Did you say the cult?
The culture. I guess the culture. The cult. I don't know.
The culture.
The gay cult.
Not the gay
the
cult.
gay agenda's coming for you. That's what.
This better become a MAGA podcast real quick.
I have a shirt from when Effie wrestled Paro. It was called No Peace Underground, and their logo is like a pentagram, a devil with a Baphomet in the middle of it. And it's a Baphomet pentagram, and it's rainbow. And then it says, sorry, I have a tag, it's bothering me. And then on the back it says "Fear the Gay Agenda," because it was an Effie and Paro match. I was like, that's the greatest shirt of all time.
Yeah, I've met Effie. He's one of the sweetest people ever.
He's on my bucket list. I have an Effie figure on my shelf. I have the
such a
Chase
good dude.
Effie figure too.
Yeah, but I love my gay fans. You guys are the best. But once you are asking me about OnlyFans, I get a little creeped out. Like respect me as a person first. Like,
I think there's a market you're not tapping into there.
no, I'm not. Like I'll be selling feet pics.
There you go.
Because if you're as much of a loser to be jacking off the feet, like you're 15.
Not
bucks,
loser, because they're probably good clientele. If you're a
Good.
distinguished human being that has the fine taste in Jaeger feet.
I have this one this one gay friend Adam and his husband Miguel, like they're the sweetest people ever, right? But like he's told me like how he plays like this bully and people pay him to like have him like reject them and shit, and he's like,
Sick.
oh yeah, you'd be a good straight bully, and I'm like, I'd rather not. Like
That could be your new gimmick.
that could be my new gimmick, just straight bully.
Boy, we went on a fucking tangent there. What are some hobbies?
That's what I listen to podcasts for. It's a tangent. Let's go off on more tangents.
What are some hobbies and interests you have outside of your industry?
I'm a very good rock climber. I'm a V8 climber, if anyone knows that kind of terminology.
No idea. V8, that's like a juice, right?
Yeah. It is a juice, but it's also very hard climbing grade. Like it goes up to I think 12. So.
And you're only an 8, pussy.
Oh, I want to see you try. try a 2. And
listen, back in the day, our roller skating rink had one of those walls that would just spin, and you had to keep climbing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun.
And then it would almost go like this.
but there's there's no like good climbing over here. Like when I was in Pittsburgh, the climbing scene is fucking fantastic.
Hmm.
Like I love like the separation of like I like my gyms very grungy. Like I don't like the bright lights of a Planet Fitness, like a Crunch, where it's like oh colors and oh shit. Like I like the gyms where it's like you just have sweat stains in the seats
Yeah, you're
and
getting
like
meningitis.
all the you're getting tetanus from the weights and shit. Like that's my kind of vibe. But like the one rock climbing place over here is like has that same vibe, and I'm like, I don't really like this because like, all the holds are basically white from all the chalk and dead skin. And like you can tell there's hasn't been any new holds since like the 50s and shit. Like that's the kind of rock climbing that I don't like. There's no good gyms over here, so I stopped doing it. But I really did like rock climbing.
Nice. Anything? Are you as much of a gamer as she is back there? Are you a gamer, movie, pop culture person?
So we'll get to movies. Don't worry. I'm a massive movie guy. But I used to be a huge gamer, right? But I have a very addictive personality. So like I actually sold my PC like a year ago because I realized like, I am just sitting here playing video games, like waking up, going to work, coming home, playing video games till I go to bed. And I was like, this is not like a good cycle. I'm not getting anything done. And
Yeah.
so I sold my PC, and now all we can play is Roblox, basically.
Oh, that's right. I did hear about your Roblox. I was told not to say
We
anything.
we are big Roblox people in this household. She's playing Roblox right now.
I've been watching videos. I don't know what Roblox. It's like a more generic Minecraft, right?
No, so my Minecraft is, you know, it has like set parameters, but Roblox it's basically like they're selling you like an engine, right? So Roblox is its own game engine, and people can just create any game they want out of that. And so like
Oh, shit.
you have like obstacle courses, shooter games, like story games,
Isn't
and
that
like
huge on like even to the point where Roblox had to like really dive in where people were really like preying on kids on a game?
they're currently in a FBI investigation right now because pedophiles in the game.
It
Yes.
was really, really bad. Like it's like that's like the biggest place where people are finding these fucking dirtballs is this Roblox game where kids are like genuinely having a good time and fucking creeps are ruining it.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So the worst thing we did to children on Roblox is start playing shooter games because we just destroy them.
Yeah.
Absolutely, just nothing remaining. We just destroy kids on the shooter games because I'm a 22-year-old grown man playing on a 12-year-old Jimmy with an iPad.
Just
Just
smashing them.
just absolutely wrecking these kids on the shooter. But I'm a huge movie guy. Like we've gotten to like a few shows, like been watching like on and off like some things, but like movies are my domain. Like I love horror movies. I love like action movies, big story time, things like Quentin Tarantino is my favorite director.
Okay. What's your favorite Tarantino movie?
Pulp Fiction.
Okay, that's my favorite as well.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a
Can,
big
can, can, can you guess my favorite scene?
in Pulp Fiction. Mm. It's tough.
It's not about the storage. It's not the storage one.
Oh, okay. I won't say that.
He's getting scared.
I like the scene that leads up to that, where he accidentally shoots the gun, like on the, and like,
Oh,
that's
man,
a
I just
great
shot
scene.
Marv in the face.
There's
Why'd you do
fucking
that? I
brain
don't know. He
everywhere.
must have hit a bump or something. I didn't hit no bump.
So one of my favorite dialogues in that movie is when they're talking about Marcellus throwing Rocco over the balcony over touching feet, and they're having the debate of touching
In the
feet is,
beginning thing where they're just walking and talking.
and then he's like, touching feet and sticking your tongue in the holiest of holes ain't even the same fucking thing. My feet are hurting. I'd like a foot massage. Fuck you. I love that dialogue.
But my favorite scene is the ending scene when he starts going off on like this tangent. Like the woman's holding a gun, she's angry. Like John Travolta's holding the gun,
tell her to be
angry.
cool. Say, bitch, be cool.
Tell the bitch to be cool.
You're gonna reach in that thing and you're gonna pull out my wallet. Which one is it? It's the one that says bad motherfucker on it.
Yeah, I just love how like he's
such a
going
good
on
movie.
this whole existential like background thing, just talking to him, and dude's just sitting there like he doesn't give a single fuck. He just wants to get out of there.
That's a great movie. What about horror wise? What's your favorite horror movies?
Martyrs 2008, the French horror movie.
I've never seen that.
If you've never seen that, it's a really good watch. It's very heartbreaking though. I like movies that shake me a little bit, a little bit of
Got you.
heartbreaking.
Well,
Not
Train
like
to
a
Busan, the
Serbian
first
film
one
kinda
was
shake me,
fucking
but
wild.
the what?
The first
Train
Train
to
to
Busan?
Busan was crazy.
That's in my top. Yeah. The Wailing. I'm very big into South Korean horror because like the way that they write dialogue is just so good, and like their stories, like Parasite, the most recent like big one that blew up, like just the way
Is Squid
that
Game
is
Korean?
written.
That's Korean, right?
Yeah, Squid Game's Korean. Yeah,
That's fucking amazing.
yeah. I have not watched Sex Season yet. I'm gonna have to one day. Yeah, the Wailing, really good. My favorite horror guy is Michael Myers. So not obvious by the.
Yeah, I see. Growing up, I was a huge Michael guy, and then I got older. I hated Jason and I loved Michael, and then I got older and I rewatched both franchises over, and I was like, Halloween, besides 2 movies, fucking suck. Like they're awful. And Jason is awesome. Like Jason knew who he was and fucking leaned into it. Where Michael was like, they tweaked it too much.
Yeah, the movies are definitely terrible, most of them, but just like
How do you fuck up the mask late? Like, how do you have a perfect mask? And then in like 6 movies later, you're like, we're gonna change the mask and make it look fucking
he's gonna look
awful.
smooth like an alien.
Yeah, so bad.
But like the Rob Zombie ones are my favorite.
Even part 2?
Like, it's a Rob Zombie movie, dude. Like
Ooh.
it's pretty funny.
Part 2, I can live with part 1. Part 2, part 2
2:3 aspect ratio, shot in 8mm film. Everyone is just very raunchy, and it's a Rob Zombie movie. But Jason, like my favorite one is Jason X, definitely.
Hell yeah!
Just you can't make that now. Like that was definitely the 2000s. Like, all right, we're running out of ideas, and they just like fuck it, shoot for the moon.
Every
Jason in
fucking
space.
franchise
What are you
has to
gonna
go to
do?
space. Every franchise has to go to space at least once.
Leprechauns.
Yep. Fast and Furious went to space.
Don't get me started on Fast and Furious movies. I love them. you can't stop that. It is just a man movie,
I
Like,
hate them.
I'm just saying, like women will never understand satisfaction that I get from Fast and Furious, because I don't fucking care how realistic it is. I want to watch Dom and family be like family, then just like go solve a world mystery. Like just completely different.
They went from drag racing in the streets to saving the world
like 5 times for no reason. Yeah.
All right. So you just been booked. You're booked for more podcasts. I've chosen what we're gonna do, and we are going to go through and rewatch all the Fast and Furious and talk about them.
I'm definitely down.
We're family here.
We're family.
I'm gonna make Not Cool in High School Fast and Furious font T-shirts. That's awesome.
Next Matthew Jaeger shirt.
Yeah. I can make you a Fast and Furious font Matthew Jaeger shirt. We can do that.
That'd be really fun.
When I used to do the podcast, when people would come on, whatever movie they picked, I would try to find the font of that movie and then make them like their name with it. And then they had like a podcast version of their own shirt. I'm probably bring that back. Or Lily would make it because she's really good with that stuff. Yeah, we can definitely work that out for you. But if you can change something about the industry, what would it be? Fans talking about your dick in front of your family.
Oh yeah, I'd definitely change that. But that's more the fans, not the industry,
Yeah,
that's just everyone's gooner.
Promoters talking about your dick in front of your family.
There was this one time where my friend told me that their family had a conversation about my dick on the ride home.
Really?
Yeah, that's an interesting thing to bring up at like the family drive home from the show. It's like just Matthew Jaeger. Like,
that Matthew Jaeger guy is all balls. That guy.
All balls, that guy. But no, it's like
that's where we're gonna make your new shirt, Matthew Jaeger. All balls.
All balls, Matthew Jaeger.
All balls, no shaft.
But the way like training is handled, I think I would change. because
Okay.
like a lot of schools they just pump out students that they have unpaid laborers, you know,
Yeah,
and then
a school won't tell a kid that they probably this isn't for you, but I'll take your money for 9 months.
yeah, 100%. There should be more, of trial periods because I've met a lot of people where it's like, oh, like someone let you in a ring, and we're so all okay with that,
That
and like
listen, I will say
there
this.
has to
I
be
don't like
student
Logie P
privacy.
either, but that's crazy to say.
Oh man,
That's my wrestling rival is Logie P.
I think that's everyone's rival is Logie P. But oh, you want to come talk shit on Logie P with us? But
Logie P said I'm not an athlete, and I was like, listen, dude, I'm 39 years old. I'm fat and out of shape, but I guarantee if you pick a sport, I'm pretty sure I can beat you in it still.
I want to see you guys 1v1 in basketball.
I would play him one-on-one. I want to play Logie P one-on-one in basketball for the Funk sponsorship. The winner of me and Logie one-on-one. They just painted lines at the venue. We can put the hoop up, and I can play him one-on-one, and the winner gets the Funk sponsorship. Chris White, if you're listening, book it.
Chris White, he's definitely not. he is a grown man with a wife and children. He
has shit to do. He doesn't get that big just by listening to podcasts all day.
No, he might at the gym. Send it to him. But yeah, like training schools, they sell hope to people who probably aren't going to get far into the business or just not built for it, and they take their money. And like a big problem I see is my training class was basically denied our debuts because they didn't have another training class ready. Because after we debuted, they're expecting oh well, no one's gonna help us out the ring. I think that everybody should help out the ring. It shouldn't just be the job of the students where it's like, oh yeah, see you guys. It's obviously if you have commitments, stuff like that, you can go home early. If you double book something like that. But most people this is your only show this day. Let's help tear down the ring as a unit.
I'm not calling out any promotions, but if your complaint at wrestling promotions is there's too many matches, why don't you keep an eye on how many people are helping set up and break down the ring, and then look at how many people are doing it, and then look how many people are on the card who are not doing it. And 9 times out of 10, 5 matches or 4 matches on your card are people who help set up rings and chairs, because the guys on the top of the card don't want to do it. So don't cry when you got 13 matches because you're not helping set up and break down.
Me and Christian had the most physical match of the entire card. We beat the piss out of each other. We were the first 2 out there, carrying barricades and shit.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for just not doing your part.
Yep.
And so I think definitely the training system, having oh yeah, you have to set up and tear down the ring as unpaid as paying your dues. Everybody should help out. There's dues to pay.
The only reason I don't really touch a lot of ring stuff because I'm not in it and I'm not putting my body on the line in it. You don't want me tightening your ropes. You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
You set up and tear down the little interview spot. That's your thing. No one else is gonna do that.
No one helps me with that. Sometimes people come back and give me a hand with it, which is nice. But I'll do chairs if I get there on chairs, or if there's not already 7,000 people doing chairs, I'll jump on chairs and stuff like that. But I really don't touch ring. But I'll help with production. I usually do a lot of production setup and breakdown.
That's fair. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
No one's coming at you saying ABJ doesn't do his part.
Fire me. I don't care. Technically, I mean, I don't really tell a lot of people this, but I'm low key disabled. I have a joint disorder. I shouldn't be lifting anything. I fuck myself up a lot trying to help out doing too much, but I don't tell a lot of people about my disorder.
Yeah, which is why I'm not allowed to beat the shit out of you backstage.
Yeah, so that's why I don't do a lot of physical spots, because I don't want to fucking twist a knee and dislocate something. Because if I do, and then I get up and pop it back in, someone's getting choked out. So what are some words of encouragement for a beginner that you would give, or anyone just trying to chase their goals or dreams?
Make sure your financial status is set. Because I fell in the trap of thinking I need to get into this as young as possible. when what I should have done was, secure a good job, secure a good place of living, and then go and chase this dream. Because like there's a lot of the mindset, like the toxic athlete shit of like, oh, you have to be on your grind. It's either like you do this or you do nothing. It's like, no, dude, like secure your life first,
Yeah.
Because it's not until now, which I'm like set with a place. I have food in the fridge. I have a good job. I've been in the business for nearly 3 years and trained for 2 before that, and like always had food instability, like having to borrow money from people to pay my rent because like I was just so enthralled in this. But it's like you should take care of yourself, your needs, your family's needs, like your friends, and like another big thing I fell into was the was isolating myself from the world. It's like I've skipped birthdays, marriages, funerals, like trying to do this, and it's like, and nobody does that to you. You do it to yourself.
Yep.
And it's like, hey, you should probably not do these things. You should like be in the right state of mind to be like, okay, yeah, like wrestling is important to me, but I also need to take care of my things first, because we forget that we're people and forget that there's still time. Like Batista didn't
Yep.
get in the business till he was like 35,
DDP.
and he was one of the, and those two are like prime examples. Like, oh yeah, these guys are fucking like to upper echelon of talent. It's like there's no like there's never you've never lost a battle until you die.
Yep.
You can like today you can decide, hey, like in spring I'm going to college, and there's no one stopping you. Like you could.
Yeah.
And like there's not time running out. Like take care of yourself, take care of your situation first, and then come into business.
And the last one here. What are you grateful for? And are you currently happy?
Very grateful for my family, very grateful for my friends, very grateful for this one, very thankful for my cat, wherever she is. I'm thankful there's food in the fridge, thankful that we figured out the central heating in this house so we're not freezing to death. And I'm very happy and content with my life.
Awesome, man. I'm proud of you. And like I said, if you ever need to talk, I'm always there. I love you, my guy. Where can people find and support you?
Matthew Jaeger on pretty much all social media platforms. I only shit post on Twitter. So if you want real content, go to Facebook and Instagram. I post some matches on YouTube. Just look up Matthew Jaeger Wrestling on there.
Guys, go on his Instagram and find all of the promos that we do together and just comment on our bulges. Yeah, do that. Funniest comment wins a t-shirt.
Not on Facebook. Not on Facebook.
Not on Facebook. Instagram's fine. Not on Facebook.
Instagram is fine. That place is the Wild West.
Yeah. Funniest comment gets a t-shirt.
100%. We'll take that.
I'll send you a I love ABJ shirt. Man, I loved having you. I'm sorry it took so long. Things are getting crazy, but we got it done. We're here. Make sure you stop by or check PPW out to find out where when the next shows are, so you can come out and support Matthew, as well as Battle Club Pro Wrestling in Slatington, Pennsylvania. He performs there a lot as well. So make sure you go check them out and follow him on all social media so you can find out other places that he's working. And that'll pretty much do it for the ABJ podcast. We'll see you guys next time. Here's some music by the Converse Kid. Bye-bye.